Okay, on to the next question. I do have a comedy question for you because I put something on Instagram. If anybody has a question for you. So somebody wanted to know.
Somebody asked a question?
Somebody asked you a question.
Okay.
I just put it up a few hours ago, so I didn't get a ton, but I got one question.
All right,
it's from Paul Giovanni, fellow musician. He was in this basement jamming with us a few months ago. Great guitar player. He wants to know, how do you handle people becoming offended at your jokes?
Oh, wow. What a great fucking question. What's it? Paul Giovanni?
Paul Giovanni.
Paul Giovanni, the ex-player from How He's a Good Guitar Player?
Yeah, he's a good player. Yep.
Good. Very nice. How do you handle it? That's their problem. That's your cross to bear. Like, if that offends you, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? Now, I don't really have over-the-top offensive stuff, but I guess it depends. Maybe it depends on who you ask. Someone's always going to be offended. But someone once told me that not everything has to, in a comedy show, not everything has to be laughs. So if they're laughing and then you get them to go ooh and like pull back a little bit, you're kind of like emotionally like fucking with them a little bit, and that's a good thing because it brings you through like an array of emotions. Yeah. So I was told, like, if you offend someone, who gives a shit? And they're going to go down a little bit, and you're going to say something funny a little bit later, and you're going to bring them back up. Yeah. You know, as far as people being offended, people find something to be offended about with anything. You live here, you know what it is. People get so fucking offended. Whatever. I just kind of feel like whatever. Maybe I'm not for you. You know what I mean?
I think I struggle with that. I think I actually like am overly sensitive about the possibility of like I'm super jealous of your attitude. Like I wish I could just be like fuck it. You know what I mean?
I know.
I'm overly sensitive about that type of thing.
I'm acting like a tough guy. I worry about that when I'm writing a joke. I go, oh, that may be kind of tough to put in there. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, ooh, that may rub some people the wrong way. You know what I mean? Like I don't even say I won't even say rape. Okay. I won't even say that on stage. Okay. Unless I'm saying rape is a horrible thing and yada yada. Just because it's such a polarizing word that for most people, once they hear it, some people go, oh. And then
I was just talking about on the last podcast how I have a rape joke that offended a lot of people.
Yeah, people. It's great. Well, you know what's weird about? Okay, first of all, it's a horrible thing. Yeah. Right. I think most people agree with 99% of the world agree. But we'll talk about killing someone or murder. Yeah. Very like willy nilly. Oh, murder, you killed it, but that's
if
very,
a woman,
very.
But if a woman was now here's a good conversation. If a woman was raped and her way of dealing with it is finding humor in it.
Right.
I mean, I guess the crowd doesn't want to laugh because it's like too dangerous for them to laugh or something like that. But do you know Miss Pat? Have you ever heard of Miss Pat? She's a comedian.
No,
she laughs
Mary
at
Pat or something?
Yeah. She's a female comedian, and she's had a really rough life, and she finds a way to joke about that stuff, and they love it. It's the way she carries it and stuff like that. The way she explains it, she's like, "This is my comedy. This is how I deal. This is like my therapy. Like I deal with all my struggles through." I mean, she has jokes on stage about how she got shot in the head, like all kinds of stuff. But she somehow, the way she says it is so fucking funny.
Well, I think that's why race jokes are always going to exist. Racism jokes have always existed. Mm-hmm. And it's usually by the person who's experienced the racism, right? Yeah. Very rarely does a white guy go up there and start picking at racism because it's very different for them, you know? But like, you know, in the black community, racism jokes have been around forever because it is a source of pain. Yeah. It's also extremely irrational, if you ask me. I think it's very irrational to just feel racism like that. Yeah. And to make light of it, you laugh at it and you point out how stupid it is. And then you point out how sometimes it's right though, and you just have fun with it because you know it's like, what the fuck are you gonna do, you know? And I think my dad loves that about comedy. He loves that like people can take things that will make people kind of and then have them laughing about it at the end. You know what I mean? But that's like the psychology of laughter. You know, that's like the manipulation, the part that takes place of comedy.
Do you know Ari Shaffir? Like he had his.
I mean, I don't know him, but I know.
Know of him is what I meant. The whole Kanye West issue, like the thing where like racism against, you know, Ari Shaffir is Jewish, you know, and he did a bit I saw on YouTube, like a clip of it on YouTube, and he was just like, I gotta say I'm Jewish. He goes, Kanye had a couple good points. He was like, Kanye had a couple good points, and I just thought that was so funny the way, like, because he is Jewish, like he felt like he could say that, you know what I mean? But the way he said it, it was just so fucking funny.
Well, so one thing that I experienced, I don't even know if you know this about me. I am Jewish. Do you know that?
No.
You know that? Yeah. See, I'm Jewish. Right. So I'm Jewish and I'm black. I'm black and Jewish.
Black Jew.
Yes. Right.
So
this Kanye thing really just confuses me, if anything. I don't know what side to take. But like, I'll even say that because I have jokes about Jewish people.
Yeah.
And I'll say that and I'll make it abundantly clear, and still people will clam up because I don't think they believe me.
Yeah.
I don't think they go, yeah, that guy's definitely Jewish. Now some people are like, I can see it. It's usually other Jewish people like, I can see it, you're Jewish. But like some people who don't know, they're like, is this guy like allowed to say this? Is this like a hate thing going on? And it's very weird because they think that like you get a pass to talk about certain things. Sometimes they don't think I really.
They think you just like.
They think I'm just making this thing up, but they can fuck off too because I'm going to say the joke. I also don't make jokes that aren't kind of real life or really apply to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I won't make a joke out of something totally out of left field just to make people laugh. So
like you're not going to just joke about trans just because.
Just cause, right. Now if I had a conversation with a trans person and that'd be different. But yeah, I'm not just going to be like, trans people. Blah, blah. So. And I do that way if one of the reasons is because there's authenticity in what you've gone through. The other thing is like if someone ever were to call you on it, you could be like, well, that's a truth that really happened. Like, I don't know what to tell you. You're offended by it, but the guy said this, the guy did that, and the guy showed me his dick. Oh, I don't know what else what are you upset for? You know what I mean? That's a real thing. So to answer his question, I just kind of feel like you're telling a joke. You're telling a joke. Some people are going to be offended. Some people are going to laugh. It's probably going to be about 60-40.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe 70-30. And you just keep on going. You'll win them with the next one.